Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, The Game On Challenge, part 46. And boy, we had some breaking news. We had a bit of a monster session yesterday, and all hell broke loose. It was quite the season yesterday. As we concluded season 43, it was quite a dramatic end to the season, it's fair to say. For me personally, at Borussia Dortmund, we did clinch the title. Not only did we clinch the title, but we did it in quite some emphatic style. There you see, 43-44. We did it with 33 wins, 1 draw. The perfect season, you won't believe this, actually was disrupted by Matt and his HSV team. They took a point off us, which I was a little bit gutted at. But if you thought I was gutted at that, get ready for some more news. So really pissed off, but nevertheless, we won the title. That is what counts. Right, I'm trying to think how I can say this and do this without spoilers. So, Matt finished. Let's just see where Matt finished. Matt finished 5th. He fucked up the Champions League on the last game of the season. He only did a draw. He lost at home. And he lost out on the Champions League on goal difference. So Matt was a little bit seething, pissed off. But do you know what? He weren't able to get any of his players until July the 1st. So it was always going to be a bit of a tough challenge, a tall order. He still had the quality to work with. But nevertheless, you know, he gave it a good attempt. And he just fell at the final hurdle. But Matt has left HSV after what? 6 months? It's not even 6 months, is it? It's not even 6 months in charge. But Matt has left HSV like a day or so ago. Let me just point something out, guys, right? You'll see that it doesn't say change player. And the reason it don't is because Matt's actually in the game at the moment, bidding for players at his new team. So where could Matt have gone? The idea was we thought this was Roots. I thought it was Roots. If you remember, Matt had like several £100 million to spend at HSV, and he still had that to spend, even with the 7 signings that were coming in. Where's he gone? Can anybody venture a guess? If you followed this story from the start, right, and you followed particularly the last few updates, you may well have guessed where he's gone, because this job came vacant, and he asked me what did I think if he should take it. They did have a better squad, even though they had a better squad than the current HSV squad. The question was, would they have the sort of resources that HSV have got? Matt was looking forward to going back onto the big scale of big bids and stuff. There was no guarantee this club was going to have it. I was confident they'd have £100 million at least. I actually guessed at 300 million. Are you ready for it? Matt has moved to Bayern Munich. Matt has moved to Bayern Munich. He got the move he wanted. And of course, Bayern Munich were clear runners in second place. So he is in the Champions League, right? He is in the Champions League. Now, the bizarre thing, right? Let me show you this. Last season, straight to it. Matt beat me. Not Matt, but Bayern Munich beat me on penalties. They beat me in the League Cup final. They beat me in the Cup final. And as you can see, the worst part of this, right, was that. I was fucking seething. I mean, to be honest with you, right, in the Champions League, I was dicing with death, because in the semi-finals I lost the first leg to Inter, came back and won it, and in the quarter-finals I lost the first leg to Roma. But as you can see, that's the 0-0 draw that I drew with Matt. I'm a bit pissed off, but yeah, that is it. You know, 6 of my 7 signings. That's the Stoichkov region, I believe. We looked at him last year. And it's funny, really, because Matt had already got his signings in for HSV. And the biggest thing that Matt was worried about was how much money are Bayern Munich going to have. So they're the 7 signings that Matt had already got in. He got some quality players, a lot of money spent. And it turns out he's got about £651 million at Bayern Munich. So Matt's got the job he wants. He asked my views. I said, I think you should probably, if you're unsure, apply and then decide if you get it. Because the truth be told, I didn't think he'd get it. I didn't feel that he'd been at HSV long enough, personally. You know, that was just my honest view. Let's have a look how long he was there, actually. So 5 months, not even 5 months. That is really bizarre. Not even 5 months, and he moves to Bayern Munich. And as I said, there's no doubt that he has got a much better squad in terms of value. He's got that Cox, that is a Robben regen. That Ridder is a Boomer regen. I think that is Thierry Henry regen. I think he's got Sebastian Frey regen. And I believe he's got Luis Figo regen. Yeah, it's that guy there, isn't it? You know, he's got, and obviously he's now got 7 signings. And that's ironic, really, because I had sold Levchenko to them. Whether he's going to keep him, I don't know. I doubt it. And they'd obviously already brought this De Silva in. A lot of money for him. But he's now got 7 signings. And Matt, as you can see, is currently making approaches for players. Yeah, he's just brought bid for Baranov. That is Sigalko regen, I believe. He's gone for Fowler. That is Mark Hughes regen. We can all guess that that's Mark Hughes. So, you know, as we now approach the start of season 44... it's got to be Roots, isn't it? I mean, I've still got over 800 odd million pounds, something like that. I've still got 819 million pounds. I've still got myself a really good squad. You know, my strikers. I mean, Henriksen. I believe that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That is Santa Cruz, I believe. Not sure who the fuck that guy is, but all 3 of them are massive. They're absolutely massive. Now, this guy is either Beckham or Bowyer. I'm not sure. It's one or the other, but he's just signed a new contract. Now, it's funny, right, because it popped up for me that a player was unprotected and he weren't signing a new deal. So teams came in for him. I said to Matt, Matt, if you want to go for Jose Morales, go for it because I can't keep him. And Matt put in an offer and he fucking took it. The bastard took it. So Matt ended up getting Morales over there. I mean, I was a little bit pissed off. My own fault, though. And it was totally my own fault. Let's have a look at the signings that Matt had already got in. Where are we? Yeah, here we go. So these are the players that he got in. Quality goalkeeper. Morales we just looked at. Renard, look at that. I thought I got Patrick Vieira. But I don't know if that's Vieira, to be honest with you. Because I think... so what's that? Balance 20, 20, 20, and Aggression 20. So they're all 20. So we'll go to mine in a minute. Johansson, I remember him when I was in charge of Man United. Beedin, decent. I did question this player because I don't really like his positioning personally. Solid forward. Let me just have a look at my DMC a minute and see if you guys can work out who you think... oh, it's flares 8. See, does Patrick Vieira have a 20 flare? Surely he don't. That's why I thought mine was Vieira. Who knows? Who gives a shit? So, that is that, guys. You know, I know that to some extent, to some people, they might say this is a bit fucking boring and we've gone round in circles. But for me personally, not so much the map, but for me personally, I've gone around the block. I've literally, right... I've been Argentina, Belgium, Brazil, England, France, Holland, Italy, Portugal, Spain. Didn't do Russia because that was never supposed to fucking be there. That can go as background actually. So for me personally, I've done it. To be fair to Matt, he's been around the block as well. The only 2 places Matt ain't done it is Argentina and Brazil. We have a little bit of banter. Matt often says I've never won the Champions League with Dortmund. And I often say I've never had the sack. So it's 1-1 there. So, you know, it don't get boring, to be honest with you. Not now. We're at such statuses now. And it's really, I mean, we're gonna be in the League Cup together, aren't we? It's gonna get messy. It's gonna get really fucking messy. And that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed making it, doing it. This was my 2nd attempt because I fucked up. My system fucking broke down or some shit, I don't know. Until next time from me, guys, take it easy.